Attention. Please let us have your attention.
Yeah, what's going on? Mr. 13, more backstage footage right here. Got the way Stylah standing right next to me. Good to meet you, brother. How you doing, man? Yeah, done your thing. Done your thing. I love life. Definitely repped hard, man. I like the first thing I kind of saw about that is like a very intimate crowd kind of thing. The crowd's just right there. Was you feeling that?
Yeah, I dig that, man. I dig that, yeah, man. Because it definitely where it's so close up and that. And there's something about a live band, yeah. When you're spitting with a live band, there's something really organic about it, where it's like the words that you're saying have got more meaning. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it automatically, it's like you're sort of like conversating through music rather than just spitting. Like I've done other sets like in front of thousands of people, and it's just more like a beat and you're spitting. You see what I'm saying? But with like where it's like a live like band and that, it's something about like yeah, just the music. They get it. You know what I'm saying? They get it.
Definitely, I feel that, man. So yeah, man, tell them what you're here launching, man. What you're here pushing, like.
My album, Treading Water, man. It's long awaited and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been awaited. Yeah, man. It's been due for a while now, boy. And like, it's finally here. October the 4th, iTunes digital download. The physical copy is going to be available from November. You know what I'm saying? But features sort of Smilers on it, obviously Killer. Memphis Bleaks on it, Tony D, everything else is me, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like we were basically, this was it was like we've gone through originally a few years ago, it was about a totally different list of tracks, you know what I'm saying? So we've gone through about 40 tracks and we just picked all the best of them and Treading Water, man. A lot of people have been waiting and it's here now. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so like why, like obviously it means a lot to you, this project, I can tell, yeah. So you didn't just want to throw it out there. So if you can kind of talk about like obviously you say 40 tracks there, like obviously as you grow up and stuff, you know what I mean, your mind frame kind of changes.
You know what, I'm still kind of, because I have changed as a person since this album. If like people listen to this, it is a kind of different side of me to what it is now, but I wanted to keep the same original kind of like philosophy of the album type of thing, innit? But then it's like I don't know, man. Yeah, like we've changed a lot of the beats have changed to make them a little bit more current and that, but it's still got the same essence and that. And like the journey of the album's mad. We're supposed to put it out like 3 years ago. Like investors, like people that come with money and that, they're flipping all getting nicked left, right and centre. This one fucking come with some lock, stock and two smoking barrels story, and he's like fucking, he had some snakes, yeah, that he was waiting for them to give birth because he was gonna shut them for like 30 grand and put the money into the thing. Like, all this mad shit. And then fucking Heath Ledger, yeah, was due to shoot a video for Devils, innit? Like we got the new video done now, but Heath Ledger, yeah, like can't come to England. Like there's a brother that I know, Stylah Interview, yeah, he like he's got a couple of joints on this CD. He's a good friend of Heath Ledger's, innit? And Heath Ledger wanted to get into directing, so he was like, yeah, boom, I'm on that Devils, heard the tune, he loved it, ready to shoot it, and then the fucker just kills over and shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's the type of madness we're dealing with this album. So it's good that it's finally here now. You know what I mean? And like, we're doing it ourselves now. I said, fuck it, I put up my own P. You know what I'm saying? Put up my own money, and I'm saying, fuck it, because I know like it's got to get out there. See what I'm saying? We shot 7 videos in the last 2.5 weeks, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's grinding. Alright, so obviously you've been in the game a minute though, you know what I'm saying? So you're putting out your new project now. How do you feel? Do you feel a bit like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been a minute since, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? I kind of feel like a newcomer, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I feel like, you know what I feel like? Yeah, I feel like I've had tracks and I've had mixtapes and all that shit, but they kind of like, the people that know them and listen to them well love them, innit? But they haven't touched the masses in the same way. Like, you know, there's always been something missing in the date that we put it out, or something to do with the promo or something like this, you know what I'm saying? But with this, it's like, I feel like it's a full, complete project, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's on side now, you get me? All the DJs, they've been like, yeah, boom, we're just waiting for the right project to support you and that, you know what I mean? Like, DJs, they love, man. Most of the big DJs have got my back, magazines, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. Other artists, like, I'm one of them artists that a lot of artists respect because they know what I can do, and you know what I mean? So finally there's a product here now what says, boom, I'm out, you get me? So you man supporting that. Already, it's not out yet, and I've been shown bare love throughout the industry, so you know what I mean? I can't complain. And I've got to do, it's got me feeling like a newcomer though,
Yeah.
still, you get me?
So what do you think of the state of the game right now, like compared to like when you first came out, man? To, like your real days to now, like.
It's changed a lot, man. It's changed a lot. There was a lot of positives back then with the like heart in the hip hop and that. There was a lot of negatives as well, as in like it wasn't. Hip hop to me is supposed to be a street art. You know what I'm saying? And there were people that were sort of better more poetic, and better at rhyming, but didn't have that street essence that makes you want to buy hip hop and look up to the guy and like, what's his life like? You know what I'm saying? And like that's where I think that I come in as a sort of balance. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm that poetic guy, but I'm that street guy as well. You know what I'm saying? And back then, you had a lot more poetry, but a lot less street. Like it was just cool to not have money and like cool to do this and you know what I mean. But now, I don't think the hip hop artists now are as good as they were, but they got a better story though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get me? Like the artists now that are coming out, they got a better storyline than those artists at that time. You get me? So there's so much shit that's just changed, you get me? But luckily, I didn't fall into none of them categories, you know what I'm saying? So I can still survive through different eras and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because as much as I was in that scene, I weren't in that scene. They never took me in, you know what I mean? They weren't like, oh yeah, let's push in like they did Clash and stuff, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can just, that scene's crashed in it. But I can say fuck you and just go to the next thing, you know? Didn't want me to play with your ball, fuck off, forget me, I've got my own ball now, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm looking at it.
What would be like the ultimate dream for you on this music thing, man? You know what I mean? Like, whether it performing somewhere or working with a certain artist or just reaching a certain worldwide level, like what would be like a
do you know what's nuts, yeah? Like I used to think to myself, like, you know when you're young and you're shutting in it and it's like you think to yourself, oh man, when I get to a bag in it, like fucking hell, the world gets crazy. I'm gonna buy myself a gold chain, a pair of Gucci, and I'm gonna be the guy, you get me? And then you get to a grand
and you want 10, like,
fuck, when I need 10 now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they like, you kind of would think working with Jigger or something like that would be like the ultimate goal, but he's getting old now, you get me? Like, it's like when you was young and you used to think, oh man, I would love to bang Madonna, innit? And now the bitch is like 60 and shit. You got to have another dream, innit? And Jigger, like fucking, I used to think I would love to work with him, but I would love to work with the Reasonable Doubt Jigger, you get me? When he's like flipping in due time, when Crown feeds my mind, or sneak fees and play your haters with shout, all that. I'd love to work with that Jigger, but the new one, like on to the next one and that, like maybe not as much. I don't know. It's one of those things up in the air. When I've got my goals in it, when I reach them, I know that I'm gonna want more goals in it. The victory is in the journey in life. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest philosophy you're ever gonna hear. The victory is in the journey. If you're not trying to achieve something, then you've lost automatically. You know what I'm saying?
You see it there. All right, man. Well, let's give it that last plug, man. Obviously, you got the new thing. Boom. Treading Water.
That's what it is, fam. Treading Water, Stylah. October the 4th, iTunes, digital download. After that, give it another month, it's available. It's going to be in all HMV and all that, like for the physical copies, you know what I'm saying? Featuring Smiler, Memphis Bleak, Tony D. It's there, you get me? Got remixes coming out after that, featuring the likes of Immortal Technique, Joel Ortiz, Sway, Akala, Gets, flipping everyone. It's getting bare people in that Kaiser, like Dirty Dogs, Skibber D, you know what I'm saying? Like we're going in with the remixes.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
A lot to look out for, like you said, you got videos coming as well
yeah,
for them.
Man, 7 videos. I got the vid for the intro of the album. It's called Prologue. It features Noel Clark's in it, Bashi, Sway, K Cole, Ace and Fizz, like a whole video. They're all in the video. It's like that Nickelback video, Rockstar, innit?
Oh,
but they're all rapping different parts of my bars. You see what I'm saying?
Took it there, bruv. Oh, shit. Wait, I'm looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, after that, the video for Killer, then there's the video for Devils, and I die in that video and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we're going in, man.
There you go. So even the haters watch it, you can see Stylah get killed.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The dream will come true. But then, unfortunately, the next video I'm alive again, innit? So the dream fucked up.
Cool, man. Yeah, alright, well, definitely, blood. Thanks for that interview, man.
Bro, it's been good to get this off my chest. We should do this once a week.
Yeah, same, man.
You'll
have to start fucking charging, man. Alright, we're over and out, man. Treading Water. Cop that fucking shit. We're gone.